So we have this journal. The trader asked for some advice because he is currently stuck in a break-even period. As we can see here, the last 40 trades, more or less sideways currently, looking not bad, but we're going to dig into this journal to see what we can provide as some advice and tips on how to navigate through a break-even period. So when we look at this, what are your first thoughts?
Well, firstly, I really like the equity graph. Obviously, I like the profit factor. I like the Edgewonk score. Looks fantastic. Average P&L is, we don't often see that, but here the average P&L is like 2.3 something to 1, which is also great. Most profitable traders that we see have a risk reward ratio of bigger than 1 to 1. And even though this guy has a lower win rate, 34.62, which we are going to talk a bit when we look at his break-even phase, he's still making really good money. So overall, I think a very solid performance.
Yep. And there's always also something that you have to remind yourself of when you're stuck in a break-even period, you feel kind of lost, you want to change a lot. Looking at your whole data set is always important. A profit factor of 2.3 is really outstanding. We often get emails asking about the profit factor and people want them up. But if you have a profit factor above 2, that is really, really a good place to operate from. So that's also important to always understand.
Yeah, I have a couple of friends working in funds here in Hong Kong, and any professional portfolio manager with a profit factor above 2 is very, very happy. So
Yeah, always good to keep that in mind. So let's dig into the performance. Well, we can look at the break-even period. It's basically the last 3 months here, or 2.5 months. We are in the middle of June now. So this is the break-even period. Yeah, it was up and down and currently looking better. So break-even period is always tough on, or it can be tough on the emotional part of a trader. 45 trades of sideways. A lot of traders feel tempted to go in and change a lot, but often that's not always the right call. And sometimes you just have to push through it. What are your advice on break-even periods and how to manage your mindset there, Moritz?
yeah, so I want to steer the attention to his win rate here, because a 34% win rate, it's simple math that you are going to have losing streaks above 5, maybe even 6, 7, 10 trades in a row that you lose. And that is automatically going to put you in a drawdown. And it will take time to get out of that drawdown. And that is then called the break-even phase. So what we are seeing here, in my opinion, is totally normal statistical behavior of this trader's performance. He's going to have break-even phases like this in his performance, and this is not going to be the last time he has to deal with something like that. Maybe in the future there will be an even longer break-even phase. So that is really important to keep in mind here, that this is totally normal equity curve behavior right now over the last 45 trades. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Especially, this is even more true when we go to the efficiency, for example, because the efficiency is absolutely great here. We have a 90% efficiency, which means 9 out of 10 times he's following his rules when he's making a trading decision. If the efficiency would be lower and you would see a big decline, then a break-even period might be different, because then it's up to the trader. He made a lot of mistakes probably. But as long as your efficiency is up and unchanged and you're in a break-even period, it's just normal statistics that are playing out.
And yes, it's just super important not to overreact. So this trader wrote to us that he's currently stuck in his break-even phase, and he wants us to take a look at his journal, which is what we did, and we can't find anything that he's doing wrong. Like even when you look at his trade screenshots, they all look the same still over the last 40 trades, same as before his break-even phase. So this is just absolutely normal, trading strategy behavior.
Yeah. And because you mentioned it, we looked briefly into the journal before we started the video. So we start at the trade management, actual performance above potential performance. It's good, which means he is managing his trades very well. If he wouldn't manage the trades, he would lose more money or he would not make as much money. So he has some way of pulling stops to break even or exiting trades earlier, which is good. And for his strategy, absolutely the right call. So that is still performing really, really well. Clearly, in the break even period, everything is flatlining a little bit, but it's overall looking very solid. So nothing here. His risk management, absolutely on point. You don't have any outliers on the left, which is good. The moment you see outliers on the left, it means your positions are increasing to a level that is much bigger than normal. But here you can see the red bars are clustering in the center, which is what you want to see. So trade management looks good. No problems with this risk management. All very solid. Efficiency, we've taken a look at, really good as well.
And then you have to keep in mind that this guy made, since the beginning of the year, was it? 40% on his return on investment. So that is wild. We are not even through with half of the year, and he's 40% up already. So, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't overreact. Don't over correct here. Keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna get out of the break-even phase, and then just keep making money.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing that came to mind when we talked about the journal before, the break-even period happened right around April, and this is when the tariff talk and everything occurred or started. The market has been a little bit different, I would say, or changed slightly. So that could also be a reason. But the trader is still pulling it or holding it very well together. So kudos to him. Very, very well done here overall.
Yeah, totally. And the quality of you as a trader is not determined by how much money you make when things are going smooth. It's by how much money you lose when things are going sour. And sticking to your process, keeping your efficiency up, taking the same trade over and over again, you're doing all of that really, really well. So well done so far. Yeah.
Yep. We also looked at the custom stats because he has a lot of them and they're quite interesting. And when it comes to tweaking or a strategy, this comes in really handy because what you want to look for are underperformers. So you want to see if specific parts of your strategy are not performing. Those could be then areas where you might want to adjust your approach. But we went through this and there's nothing really here where he has a good sample size and it's underperforming. You can see here 60 and 38 trades on the big bars and then 2 and 3 trades here. So this is not enough to say this is something he needs to change. It's all looking still really solid. So the big advice or tip we want to give to this trader, I think, is just to push through it. The data clearly shows it's working. And his trades look the same. As you said, we looked into the chart book to see if anything stands out there, but not at all. So he's still trading really, really solid. So nothing needs to change here in our opinion. It's just a normal period that he's going through.
Totally agree. Yeah. A friend of mine here in Hong Kong, he was a 20-year fund manager and he had a 3-year break-even phase with clients sitting in his neck asking him, "What the hell are you doing?" And he said, "Yo, it's break-even, 3 years, okay." What can you do? But he stuck to his guns and his strategy, and then he came out on top eventually. And that's just trading in the end. Those drawdowns, those break-even phases. Most of the time of your trading career, you are going to spend underwater in a drawdown. That's standard math. So, don't overthink it here. You're doing really well.
Yeah, the equity graph should give him a lot of hope. And also all the custom stats, the trade management, it's all working really well. The only thing that if he wants to do something right now is maybe use the alternative strategies to test a different stop or a trade management approach, exit approach. He has a lot of break-even trades. We're not sure if there's a way to tweak that and improve that. So don't make a change in your actual trading right away. He has a lot of screenshots, which comes in handy. So what he can do is go to the alternative strategies, add a new alternative strategy, name it, I don't know, different SL approach, and then right here what you want to test. Then pick the the setup that is performing very well. I think this one here, he has a lot of trades, 15-minute, and then think about what you want to do. Is pulling it to stop a little bit different? Is it taking partial profits differently? You pull up each trade here, you just click on it, you look at, okay, what did actually happen? And then what would have happened with a different stop or target approach? And then you just write down, you could do that only for the R multiple. So on this trade, he made 2R. You look at the trade, what would have happened with your different approach? And then you write it down here. And then after a while, you then have a good record and you can compare, is this different approach working better or not? But this is a very fast way of testing ideas without having to change your trading strategy live, which is not something that you should ever be doing, especially when things are going that well.
And I recommend that for everyone, whether you're losing money, making money, you're trading, break even, it doesn't matter. Alternative strategies is such a powerful tool. If you don't use it, you're costing yourself money.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's super fast. You don't have to do a back test. You don't have to trade a few months on demo with a different approach to see if it's working. Just think about what you want to change. Go through the trades, write down the alternative outcome, and then you can see it right away. And here it's really important that you have good screenshots. So for each trade, you should always add at least an entry and an exit screenshot, because that will help you later on when you're going into tweaking and improving your strategy. So adding screenshots is something that you should always do because it comes in handy later, and it could be really, really valuable for your overall development of your strategy and as a trader as a whole. Yeah. Yeah, besides that, there's not much to say. The trader just should push through it. I think it would be much nicer for traders to hear, yeah, you need to change something in your strategy and then things will look better. But sometimes the truth is not that comfortable. And yeah, I think in this case, the right advice is here, just push through it. You're doing well. Your strategy is not falling apart as it looks. It's just normal that every trader will experience that.
Yeah, plateaus absolutely suck, but plateaus is also where exponential growth happens. And when you get into that next upswing, it's gonna feel so good. So stick with that.
Yeah, push through it, and thank you for submitting the journal. We'd be happy to do another review, maybe in another 3 months, to see if he was able to push through it and what has happened since today. Thank you for being here, Moritz, and thank you for everyone for watching this.